Good afternoon. I'm Natalie Yates, an assistant professor of landscape architecture in the College of Architecture and Planning at Ball State University. I teach design studios, design communication and graphics, and elective courses that typically involve time-based media, including video, animation, simulation, and different ways of visualizing changing environments. I have lived in a variety of places, mostly along the Mississippi River, so a lot of my work necessarily involves river-city relationships, which I hope to bring a part of into this project for Exhibit Columbus. My research focuses on visualization of environmental systems, particularly looking at the transition of post-industrial sites and regional connections through various scales. Through this research, my work incorporates geographic information systems, or GIS, multispectral imaging, sensing technology, and unmanned aerial systems, or drones. I also like speculating on how to bring these technologies to individuals through DIY machinations. One component has been working with affordable small drones and expanding their capacity for data gathering by integrating new components. In this instance, a small multispectral camera that reads wavelengths beyond the visual spectrum. My proposed installation, called Calibrate, brings together different timescales of environment sensing to move a robotic armature that translates and retranslates the data into drawing. Calibrate is an apparatus for registering and perceiving multiple scales of intricate environment data and layers. The concept behind the proposal emerged out of my research interest in sensing methods for revealing and visualizing of landscape systems, coupled with contemplation on the interconnectedness of often hidden networks that shift our territories and our middles. Columbus, Indiana is a city of making, creativity, and innovation, cultivated by ecological layers accumulated over multiple disparate timescales. In its physical form and materiality, Calibrate summons the fabrication mechanics of a CNC machine and the technology of precision agriculture in order to become an instrument for revealing change, a drawing machine that uses environment data to accumulate, disseminate, and incise. Calibrate references three different timescales: the long timescale of geomorphology through glaciation, in particular not acknowledging that Columbus straddles the edge of the Wisconsin glacial limit. Glacial deposits are the foundation for infrastructure and commerce. Their deposition and erosion produce productive agricultural lands with rich soils and major aquifers for groundwater, setting the foundation for the city to emerge. Additionally, glacial transformation formed the paths for future rivers, which then enabled transportation and commerce. The Ohio River watershed ecosystem has nourished anthropogenic ingenuity for industry, agriculture, and technology. Using remote sensing, especially light detection and ranging, or LiDAR, we can remap the pulsed laser ranges to reveal past meanders and etchings of the river morphology. And the third scale is near real-time or real-time data that is being sensed, recorded, interpreted, and relayed at various intervals, guiding our everyday activities. This is a mapping of just some of the publicly accessible data being gathered by devices that tell us what the weather is, how much pollen is in the air, how fast the current in the river flows, if there is lead in our soil, and how much solar radiation we are receiving. This is part of the vast array of devices situated in the landscape. Not shown here are traffic, wildlife, and webcams monitoring movement, or private monitoring devices we use in our homes or businesses. Calibrate is a drawing apparatus that pulls together data from these different layers of time and scale to articulate the inflections in a performative installation through the movement of the robotic components and the sand table-esque tableau. The Heritage Fund courtyard provides a stage for the machine's performance when viewed from Franklin Street against the backdrop of the courtyard's brick wall. The courtyard itself provides additional opportunity to come closer and observe the performance of the drawing in motion. different from day to day and over the course of the entire exhibition. The armature of Calibrate is a 7-foot by 20-foot by 7-foot transparent repository superimposed with terrain mappings and a foundational terrain base that accumulates media as it builds up or scours away. Inside the repository, choreographed by environment sensing data, a hopper and stylus on a robotic gantry methodically deposit and disperse media onto the horizontal bed. Sensing devices placed among the apparatus turn observer into participant. The media accumulates and repositions, continuously redrawing and remapping the underlying terrain, creating a new topography. The robotic performance is controlled by data from environment sensors placed on site as well as collected from nearby Columbus. The experience of Calibrate is an evolving drawing that changes over the course of the exhibition. A camera placed over the horizontal bed will record the evolution, perhaps itself becoming a new input.